Hi, welcome back to Supercharge Fridays. My name is Sonal Behel, career strategist and founder of Supercharge. And I've been going live every Friday for 3.5 years now. And we talk about all things careers. And I basically, what do I do for a living? I don't do this for a living. Some people think it's funny. I meet them and like, hey, how are your Supercharge Fridays going? And they think this is all I do. This is fun. I love this part, but this isn't the only thing I do. I essentially help people who are going through career transitions with one-on-one coaching, group coaching. That's the coaching part. I have digital courses on how to have a great resume, how to have a great interview. I have ebooks on salary negotiation, how to send emails to cold contacts, all of that stuff. That's the digital side. And then it's the content side of things, which is right now, which is interacting with the lovely community, as well as a YouTube channel and a podcast. So if you're watching me live, come in and say hi. I hope everything is working as it should. Just let me know if you're watching me and if you can see me. Tell me that, give me a one. Give me a one in the comments if you are ready for the weekend. If you are ready for the weekend, give me a one in the comments. And I'm here. I'm here. If you got questions, I got perspectives. Happy to share them. Notice I didn't say I have answers because I don't think anyone has all the answers. So let's chat. How's your week been? And look forward to interacting and seeing any questions. Good afternoon, good evening to folks who are here watching me. Hi, ma'am, probably in India. How are you guys doing? Good evening, good morning, early morning to G, my friend in Texas. Lovely to see you, G. Um, you're hanging in there. G, you're amazing. You showed up. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. One. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Let's do this. I'm like a big fat one. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Love it. I love it. All right. So, yes, all good. What's happening, folks? What's happening? How can I help? I can chat. I can help. I got a few minutes. We're hanging. How can we help each other? What's something that is either something that's blocking you, something you're struggling with, a recent challenge? Let's talk about it. I had a very, very long question on email and I told the gentleman, join me live because, yeah, it's not something that's easy to, respond on email. Denmark. Oh, lovely. So nice to have you join us, Leonard. Amazing. Yeah, it is. It is. That's hilarious. G. The subtitles. Yeah. I used a bad word yesterday during a LinkedIn live, G, with Annette Richmond. I think it was a bad word. It wasn't like a major expletive, but it was an expletive. And it was funny that the automatic subtitles just erased it. It was like there were 4 stars. I think Leonard was watching and he mentioned it was hilarious. It just automatically. I like how artificial intelligence knew that, but for some reason doesn't get G. Okay, you're Jeep for today. Joining in from Germany, India, Texas, Denmark. I love how international we are. We have the UK. I'm in Belgium. How awesome. How awesome. Hi Sadia. Thank you for joining us live. I haven't seen you around here. What do they say in the movies? Are you from around here? No, there's something else they say in the movies. I don't think that's an appropriate thing. We forget that. Hi, LinkedIn user. We are going to start with your question. It would be lovely if you could identify yourself so I can call your name out. All right. I did temporary roles in the past and I'm looking for permanent job, but employers ask me why I did temporary roles. Okay. So let's talk about this. Stay where you are. Firstly, identify yourself. LU, LinkedIn user. Let's talk about why you did temporary roles. Could you share that if you feel comfortable? Because we can help you to spin an answer that makes the most sense. Because I don't want you to just say something for the sake of it if it doesn't feel true to you, right? So I'll wait for you to come back. Hi there. Oh, I'm so happy that my videos have been helpful and you have a question. All right, all the best for today. In case I don't see your question, but I hope you come back with your lovely sunflower profile picture. And let's see, let's go. What the fuzz was about. Okay. I love it. I love it. Let's go. I'm going to come back because I see that Besa mentioned that he has a question. He has an interview. You said you have an interview today. Can you tell me which part of the world you're in, Besa? Just, I like to know these things. You mentioned that you need a visa sponsor, and I do too. How do you bring that up or not in an interview? Okay, for Belgium. All right. Besa, if that's your name, I wouldn't volunteer this information because I think, in my opinion, the onus is on them to find out. That's a burden that they have to take care of. But I wouldn't start the interview with saying, hey, I need a visa, because, I mean, there's some countries where it's extremely difficult and very strict. The US is definitely one of them. The UK is also not easy, but it's easier than the US. But Europe, I think, is all right. I mean, it comes down to finding talent, because there is a shortage of talent. There is a shortage of certain skills. So I hope this helps you. All right. Good luck today. And let's get into it. Shamim Sultana. Hi. HR asked me my expected salary. Oh gosh, salary questions are so popular. And I said, I'll go with company norms. And now I'm not satisfied with the salary. My interview is tomorrow. So could I put my desired expectations on tomorrow's interview? From Dubai. Shamim, you've given them salary expectations, but you're not satisfied with the salary. Hold on. There is no salary till you have an offer on the table. There is no real proper negotiation of terms until there is an offer on the table. I would say don't think about salary for now. This would be my advice, right? Some may like it, some may don't, because I find it a bit premature. Because whatever they thought they're giving you, it's too early to say yes or no to them, because you have to see what the whole package looks like, the proper contract looks like. You have to like that. So I would focus on doing a fantastic job in the interview, but also evaluating them as much as they're evaluating you. Ask good questions. See, is this a company you see yourself working for the next couple of years? If the answer is no, find out more as much as you can. We'll take it one step at a time. If the answer is yes, and it probably is yes, right? Because you want this, it sounds good, then find out more about culture. I have a whole YouTube video on asking good questions. And then let the offer come. Let them fall in love with you. And it is so much easier to negotiate when they want you more. It's just the way it is, right? So I would say don't think too much about this right now. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, my company is on waiting for an acquisition. Okay. I see. So now the employees in the current situation are going through uncertainty. I would say, Luki, I would say take calls. When headhunters reach out, take the call, okay? And it never hurts to be proactive about your career. Now, this is something that's happening and you want to do something about it. This is great. But even when times are peaceful, there is nothing wrong with expanding and enriching your network. So I would say just do it. Just by contacting a couple of recruiters in your space and just by saying yes to a couple of calls, you're not leaving already. You're just keeping your options open. You're having a backup plan. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope that helps you, because there's nothing worse than waiting. It's torturous to wait. I don't know about you, but I like to have a plan. And I don't want to give away my power and outsource my career to the whims and fancies of a company. Okay. Good luck to you. You're in Belgium as well. Mary, how are you? That's fantastic. Mary Joseph, just remind me, did we meet in Antwerp Management School? Because I'm going there tomorrow. I'm doing a keynote speech for the graduating executive MBA program. So I'm super excited about it. I don't know if you're going to be around. You're probably not going to be around, but I think that's where we met. Devesh is asking in the UK, how do I answer the question about salary expectations when the HR asked about it with the UK companies? Okay, Devesh, have you watched my salary negotiation, salary expectation video on YouTube? Whether it's in the UK or the US or anywhere else, that video is applicable across geographies. First, watch that And then if you still have questions, come back to me, because there's 10 points in there that I wouldn't want to go through right now in the interest of time. So you'll get loads of information. And by the way, there's also a free checklist on all things salary negotiation. Just go to superchargeyourself.com and just see my free stuff, and it'll be there. So good luck. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening here? Are you telling us about your name and what it means? This is super interesting, Sajid. All right. Okay, okay. Yeah, I understand, Besa. Good luck. Good luck. I'm excited for you. Perfect. Okay, I seem to be a little bit behind. Let's go. Hi, Najam. How do you dissuade employers from the motherhood penalty, especially in hardcore fields like transportation, engineering? That's a big, huge question. My goodness. This is a topic we could do an entire Supercharge Fridays on. So I don't know if we have enough time to get into this, but on a very superficial level, the best way to do something is to practice it in our regular day-to-day life. And when it comes to things like changing policies, it comes down to changing cultures and the culture and the values, and it always starts for me at the top. So is the CEO, the CFO, whatever position they are. See, when I said CEO, CFO, you're imagining, I'm pretty sure you're imagining a man, right? That's the way our brains are wired. Let's assume they're men. Are they taking a full paternity leave? Is the company offering a proper paternity leave? Some companies offer 3 months, 6 months. If they can offer it to women, they can also offer it to men. It's, for me, it starts there. The equality starts there. And the culture has to change, where it's like, why are you taking a paternity leave? Isn't your wife taking a full maternity? That has to change, because child rearing after the point of breastfeeding is over, child rearing is a two-person job. You need two sets of parents, right? So for me, it starts there. And a lot, I think it helps. There's people who specialize in this. I'm not going to be able to answer this in total detail. It is not short-term a solution. It is a very good solution, because it has to start at the top. It cannot be done by people at junior levels, because they can be very invisible to decision makers. And yeah, are there less opportunities these days? I don't think so. Maybe not. I don't know. I think there may be some perceptions there, because people are hiring. Google, do you remember Google in January? Do you remember they laid off 17,000 jobs? Now there are like 1,300 jobs open in Google, just Google alone. Not sure. Hi, G. Exactly 3 years after its rollout, do you have any thoughts on this point of open to work banner? Okay. I do have thoughts, G, and I have to say that my thoughts have evolved, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud that my thoughts have evolved. Why do I say that? Anybody who's read Adam Grant, the book he wrote on, oh my gosh, you know, the one with the matchstick. Oh, my brain. Somebody remind me, what is that book called? You know, when you think again. The book is called Think Again. Voila. And I, in the beginning, never used to like it. Remember, G, we talked about it so many times. Even when you came on my LinkedIn Live, we talked about it. I like the solution that Kevin D. Turner gave. So if anybody's watching, if you could tag Kevin D. Turner and tell him we're talking about him. Okay. This is what he recommends. I'll tell you in like proper detail. A Monday or a Tuesday, your time, morning, not on a Friday. Okay. Definitely not Friday evening. This is what I would do based on Kevin's advice. I would show my open to work. Okay. And I would not use the default, hi, I'm open to work. I would say, hey, so, you know, due to some changes in my company, I'm now back. I'm again in the market. We want a very positive tone in that post. These are the roles I'd be interested in, 1, 2, and 3. These are the locations, 1, 2, and 3. And I can do on-site. I'm open to relocate as well as hybrid. Whatever it is, I'm not saying do all of it. So just make sure you are so specific. If you or any, if you know anyone, if you or anyone you know is actively recruiting for someone like me, I would so appreciate. And I'd love to also catch up. If there's any friends of mine who are reading this, please reach out. It can be a little bit hard, and I'd love a chat. Whatever, make it, just put your heart into it, Gigi. And then after 24 hours, because what happens is when we put it like that, it goes to every person in our network in their feed. That's what Kevin says. And I love that. It's a broadcast, it's a press broadcast. And then in 24 hours, you take it out. The reason I say take it out is because, yes, the world we live in, you'll see so many recruiters saying on LinkedIn, I am hiring. I like to see there's lots of research, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But not everybody is like that recruiter. There's people with bias. And we want to, as much as possible, spread the net wide. So I would remove it and then see what happens. If you're getting lots of messages, remove it. If you're not, keep it for 20, keep it for 48 hours, keep it for 72 hours. I would do that, right? Good luck. Good luck, G, and stay in touch with me. Remember my email I sent you? I meant that, okay? Hi, Sadhya. I started forwarding you last year. Oh, that's so lovely. That's so lovely. I'm happy you're here, Sadhya. Thank you. Hi, Kunal. I just completed my MBA and I'm struggling with job searching. I understand. I understand. Kunal, it's not easy. I know that. Now you've got a new set of skills, right? And you're feeling a little bit of pressure, maybe because you're comparing with friends who've got jobs and you haven't. I know. I've been there. There are two things you can do, Kunal. Number one, I'm going to keep this short. Number one, take advantage of the career services department at your business school, because they are the ones that bring in interesting companies on campus, and ask them for introductions, or at least ask them for names of people who are recruiting heads from those companies, even if they didn't come this year, right? And make sure you reach out with your MBA email address. I think you have that for life, and tell them that you'd love to meet them, and take advantage of alumni from your business school, right? The second thing I would do is check my YouTube playlist, which is how to get a good job fast. There's so many things on that playlist. Take advantage of it, okay? And if you still have questions, come back next week. I've given you quite a bit of homework, so take advantage and good luck. Hi there. How do you deal with a situation in an interview when you've cleared all the rounds for a senior leadership role via video conference, and they has to face in person now for further rounds? Really? That's fantastic. I don't know what you would do differently in person. On video is a certain energy level. In person is a different energy level. So just show up, be early. I have a video on YouTube on how to prep for an interview, and that's typically for an in-person interview. So just go back. It's a blast from the past. It's horrible. It's an interview from December 2018. I had just started my YouTube channel. I was so nervous I didn't even show my face. Side note. So that has 10 tips on what not to do. Follow those and don't do those, and you'll be in a very good space. Good luck, YouTube user. All the best. Please repeat what you have said. I'm sorry, I don't know which part. You'll have to watch the replay. Okay. How do you respond? How far am I? I'm a bit far. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to, okay. I'm going to have to speed up. Let's go. Speed up, speed up. And I don't have my tea right now. I don't have any water. Ugh. I'm going to do this quickly. Let's see how I want to be able to help every single person who's posted here. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you being here. And let's get you the help you need. How do you respond if HR insists on sharing the last cost to company, even if you have deflected the question the first time? If you feel comfortable, they are not open to sharing the offered salary. That is so sleazy. I don't like it. I'm just going to say it. They don't want to share. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. No, you show me yours, I'll not show you mine. It is what it is. If you feel comfortable sharing it, share it. Okay. If they don't want to share their budget, the other thing you can do is you can say, I'm currently being contacted for roles that are in the range of this to this. You can try that. If that deflection doesn't work, and if you don't have a choice and it's not illegal for them to ask you, share it. You can say, but this is something that I would, as far as expected salary is concerned, this is something that will be different. And we would have that discussion, right? Good luck. Why is networking a strong muscle to have during a job search and yet most ignore it? Because, Sajid, what we do is we only dig our well before we are thirsty. I'm sorry, we only dig our well when we are thirsty. It's human nature. It's not perfect. It is what it is. But experience, mistakes, they teach us that that's not the right approach because it's very tiring. You're hot, you're bothered when you're digging, when you're thirsty. So it's best to do it before. That would be a quick insight to that. Hi there. You've got forward neck problem, although it has no hindrance to your current job. Okay. How do you deal with it? Uh, I, YouTube user, I wouldn't volunteer this information if it is not in the way of you performing at your best. I wouldn't share this. I don't think this is any of their business. If it's something that is very visible, maybe they will ask you. There's discrimination laws around the world, but not everybody follows it. So I totally get that. If you're doing whatever you can, you're doing all the therapy, physical therapy to get better. And as long as it doesn't affect you, it may affect you if you're moving from right to left, whatever it is, right? But that is not a hindrance like you're saying. So I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care that much. Okay. Okay. Poonam, how do I explain in interviews or even get interview calls? I worked in corporate for 15 years and then worked in a school for 7 years to take care of my baby. Worked in a school. You worked in a school to take care of your baby. You mean the timings probably suited you better, Poonam? Now I want to go back to corporate. That's fine. That's wonderful. I mean, you don't have to explain too much. You can say I've had a very interesting career path, and some would call it squiggly. So after spending 15 years in the corporate world, I went into education. I went into the education sector for 7 years and I taught students at whatever, this level and this level. I don't think the fact that you were doing this to take care of your baby is really relevant. I don't think it's anybody's business because that's more private. And you can say it's been a fantastic 7 years and I miss being in corporate and I'm looking forward to being back. I would say focus on that as a narrative, right? Hi, Shubham. How can I help? Your office is changing its policy suddenly because I don't know why. They changed flexible working hours and made it strict. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing such horror stories about this. Office culture has changed, interviews have changed. I don't know how to feel about this. Can you help? I mean, there's no point in waiting after you complete the task, right? Yeah. Shubham, life, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you leave. I'm not going to tell you that. All I'm going to tell you is 1440. I don't have a calculator. Somebody watching, if you guys have a calculator, if you have a phone, what number of minutes in a day? I think it's 1440, I think. Multiply that by 30, multiply that by 365. I think you know what I'm saying. Your time is precious on this planet. It comes and goes like that. That's all I'm going to say. Do you really want to be spending time in a place where they are watching your every move like a hawk and you have to clock in and clock out at a senior level? I don't know. It's up to you, Shubham. You need to know how you feel about this. I can't tell you how you feel about this, but what would I do? I'd go somewhere where I'm treated like an adult. And obviously you have to be responsible. You need to have a financial cushion. I will never tell you to do something that's reckless. Okay? Because you have to take care of yourself, you have to take care of your family. I don't believe in all that passion, follow your passion, please. Starving artist helps nobody. Okay? All right. How do you respond if HR insists? We answered this one already. How do you negotiate a sign-on or joining bonus when the range is not known and HR informs you it's completely up to the business after you provided early leaving confirmation to it? My plan is to negotiate with the current company based on the joining bonus, which is somehow not working out. Ask them for the signing. I'm not quite sure I follow your LinkedIn user. I just check because it's a very detailed thing. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer this. If you've already asked me a question before, I have to move on to the others. I'm not sure. But if you haven't, and this is your first, I'm glad you're here. Uh, Listen, there is asymmetry of information. They know things you don't. You just have to make sure that you reach the offer stage. Okay, that's it. And you have to see what they offer you and then ask for what you want. They will either say yes or they will say no. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Okay. And give reasons why you want those things. Watch my videos to find out tips and tricks. How do you your demeanor, all of that. I have a whole playlist on negotiation, so that should be able to help you a lot. Good luck. Hey Amrita, can we reject an offer after accepting it? If you've signed or if you haven't signed, Amrita, can you tell me? Can you tell me in the comments? That will help me to respond with a follow-on. Can you share your offer with another company, HR? I would ideally not. I don't know. In the past, I used to be I used to be a recruiter that was a very difficult recruiter. And if someone said, well, I got an offer from this company for this much, I'm like, really? People lie sometimes, right? And I'm like, oh, can you share that with me? They'd be like, oh, with pleasure. It's not ideal. I mean, I was lucky they did it, but I didn't have to ask either, right? But I learned. I've grown. This was long time ago. If you don't feel comfortable, don't share it. It's up to you. Hi Shivam, salary hike. Very relevant tips on the salary negotiation playlist on my YouTube channel. There are points across that are universal. So you'll get lots of do's and lots of don'ts. And I've also done LinkedIn Lives dedicated to this. So good luck. Hey Joe, what's happening? What's the major difference between a resume and the LinkedIn profile? I often see people just cut and paste. No, I don't love cut and paste. Joe, that's a good question. So very answering quickly, because I'm seeing that I'm a little bit behind. Hey Kevin, thank you for me. Oh my gosh, put some air conditioner, put some ice on your ears. Good to see you, Kevin. It's been a while. How are you doing, buddy? All right. So the LinkedIn profile and resume have two very different users and two very different audiences, right? The LinkedIn profile is for the whole world because it's social media. And the resume is usually for one set of eyes because we don't blast our resume to 100 people. We send it to one person who's a recruiter. So what we share on it is different. And the second is the use. The use is to showcase on LinkedIn the entire package, like who you are, everything you do. And it has way more detail than a resume. And resume tends to have a more formal tone of voice, third person singular response, achieved, LinkedIn is a little bit more first person. LinkedIn is more informal, right? There's lots of other things, but I would start with that. And there's certain things you might be able to put on your resume, but you may not be put on LinkedIn because for one set of eyes, it's all right. But maybe that information is too private to put on LinkedIn. So you may not be able to do that. And LinkedIn has so many sections that a resume doesn't. The featured section, the banner in the background, a profile video. Profile video, FYI, I think Kevin, you mentioned it, or John Espirian mentioned it. They're going to stop the profile video on 26th of June. If you were thinking, if you're one person watching right now and you were toying with the idea of a profile video and you're not sure, do it before the 26th of June, dude. Okay, babe, because after that it's gone. So I would say these are a few that come to mind. Hey, Adarsh, websites that other than LinkedIn for quality remote jobs. Yes, Adarsh, check Google. Google these exact words. Remote jobs in tech. See what comes up. And also check locally. You'll be surprised how many things you see. How do you get a job overseas residing in India? Hey, buddy. So in the interest of time, I'm going to tell you to watch LinkedIn Live I did back in November. So just go back and watch a LinkedIn Live I did in November 2022. It was with a lady called Tina Jarvik. And we talked about how to attract the attention of a recruiter when you are looking for a job abroad. You'll get lots of info there. Okay. How to make your resume short and efficient, like 2 pages, if I were to put it. It depends, Luki. I don't like to contain it to such an extent. If you have, if you're someone with over 20 years experience, for example, and it goes up to 3, it's not the end of the world. Really, it's not. And I would focus on like a very strong executive summary on top, which has the sprinkled some of the top skills that they are looking for in there. And then focus on achievements of most of your jobs, especially the last 15 years. Focus on achievements, not about what you were responsible for doing this, because it shouldn't look like a job description. It should look like an achievement. And trim the fat. I don't like anything more than 5 bullet points, but honestly, it gets too long. And you need white space. So you don't want it so constricted that there's not enough white space. It really hurts the eyes, right? I have a whole course on resumes. If you're interested, send me a message on LinkedIn and I can give you more information. Otherwise, go with what I just shared. All right. Mm-hmm. Thanks for sharing, Ashwini. Mm. Oh my gosh, time really flies. Hi there, Asmi. How much is it? It's 30 minutes now. My goodness, time flies. I want to shift from litigation and professorship of political science to public policy, social impact. I got admission. Uh, do you want to do it, Asmi? I'm not going to answer that for you because you're literally outsourcing your own opinion. What do you want to do? Do you want to do this? There is no wrong answer here. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait for your answer. Okay. Hi, Sandhya. I'm giving a couple of interviews nowadays, but not getting selected as an HRBP. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sandhya. That sucks. Can you find out somehow? Can you find out why? Because you and I can you and I can guess, and we can twiddle our thumbs till our cows come home. But you need to know this. So if you can find out, if you're getting a rejection, next time just ask them, or even something which was recent. You can say, "Thank you so much for letting me know. While I'm disappointed, I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate that you got back to me, because by the way, not everybody gets back. They'll ghost you and that's it. Could I ask for one thing? Could you share with me why? Could you share with me what I could do better in the future? Because this is something that would help my career. Could you tell me one or two things that you think? Could you share feedback? Something like this? Just ask them. If it's a long time ago, forget it. They will not remember. But if it's something that's quite recent, a couple of weeks, maybe a month, you can ask. And don't hold your breath. Okay? Check out my YouTube playlist on interviews. There's lots of do's and don'ts in there. Check if you're following most of them, because there could be something you're doing unintentionally. What's up? Can't sleep in California? What is happening, Dan? Mm-hmm. I hear that, Poonam. I'm excited for your change. I'm not sure, Poonam, is this a returnship if you were already working in a school? That's not, I mean, that's work. Were you 7 years on a break, or were you 7 years working in a school? I need to know that. Hi, Ashish. 17 years corporate experience. 2 years ago, you left my job and it's not going well and I'm looking for a job again. Can you provide me some tips? Absolutely, Ashish. It's nothing wrong with deciding. People make such a big thing on social media about never quit, never quit. I think you need to know when to quit. You need to know when it's time time to do something else. So look for roles that I would say the easiest thing to do, Ashish, and the low hanging fruit would be something similar to what you did before your business started. That would ease you into it. Let's not make it hard, right? Let's have a wind on our back, not against us, especially when it feels like we're going uphill. Let's get some wind on our back. So look at roles where you already have familiarity, right? And if it's smaller to medium sized companies, I'm not a fan of cover letters, but here it might be needed to show what you have done and why you're looking to return. And you don't have to get into gory details about like this didn't work out and this financial. You can say, did this for 2 years and as much as I enjoyed it, I'm ready to get back into corporate and I'm ready to go. I'm excited about this opportunity. Da, 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 da. And just have that mindset that you're really good at what you do. That's it. And there's a whole video on getting back confidence when we have been either on a break or we tried something different and it didn't work out. I have lots of tips on that. It'll help you. Ashish, good luck. Thank you, Leonard, for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, do. Okay, do. Hi, I recently left an organization due to leadership changes and micromanagement. Now HR is asking me why you left without an offer. You can say, how dare, oh my God. Just let me rant for a second. How dare anybody ask you, why did you leave without an offer? That's none of their effing business. Okay, I'm back. It was a personal decision that was in my best interest. And honestly, that's it. I don't know what to say to this. You accepted. Okay, Amrita. If you've accepted and you've digitally signed, you're not gonna like this. Okay. I would, of course, you can say no. Just be prepared that it's not gonna go well. Okay. Yes, you can say no. Of course, you're allowed to change your mind, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay. What does that mean? You can't expect to stay friends after this. They won't like it. They took a long time to find you. Now they have to find a replacement. It is not good. And they might even blacklist you. Learn that you'll have to live with it. Of course, you can do it. There's nothing illegal about it, but it's just that, it's highly, highly, highly advised to not do this in the future because people remember these things, right? And of course, if something bad happened, you have to make a change, a big life changing thing happened, of course, they'll understand. They won't love it, but they'll understand. But if it's like, I got a better offer, you shouldn't have signed so quickly. You need to take your time. Let this be a lesson for the future. Okay. Working in finance for 12 years, most of the roles were temporary and contract roles. I'm looking for permanent roles. Asking why you did temporary roles. Okay, I think I had this question right at the start of the. So just catch the replay, and you'll get an answer to that. How to get an internship? Is every company open for internships? Some are, some aren't. Kunal, you gotta ask. You gotta ask. Look for contacts. Look for people who are in your. I think Kunal, were you the one who just did an MBA recently? Look for alumni, and some of them have startups, and they'll be happy to get any help they need. Hey Bhavna, you moving to Canada? I'm anxious and I'm currently working on business analyst. How do I make this transition smooth? Okay, so in the interest of time, Bhavna, because I think I'm out of time now. In the interest of time, I'm going to say follow a couple of people who specialize in these things. If someone's watching on LinkedIn, would you be kind and tag them for me? I would really appreciate it. So there's one is Sweta, Sweta. Oh, Sweta, what's your last name? Losing my mind right now. Regmi, Regmi. Sweta Regmi. The other one is Gurpreet Singh Man. Gurpreet once in a while checks out, or just send me a message. There's some who specialize in like the Canada space, and I think they'll be able to help you a lot more. Good luck, Bhavna, with the move. I tend to show only the last 7 to 10 years. I think it's a personal preference, Melissa. I think that's very common. People do that in the US. If I'm looking for a very senior role, I want to showcase my full experience. This is the personal preference for me. Okay. Kiddo. Are these roles being replaced by AI? To some extent, we talked about AI a lot last week, Ashwini. A lot of the boring grunt work is going away because of AI. That makes sense. But creativity, innovation, real value in thinking differently with empathy and not with prompts and things that were plugged in 2 years ago on some AI program, that'll always be needed. I don't know. I think. All the best, huh? Almost enemy. I'm not quite sure for. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, Sweta. Thank you, Paula. Really appreciate it. Paul, Sweta, Gurpreet, I don't know. Diana YK Chan is also in Canada, who's a career coach and will definitely be able to help you. Thank you. Good morning, Paula. Thank you guys for being here. You're a part of your morning or afternoon or evening, spending it together. Really appreciate it. I hope this has been helpful to you. If it has been helpful to you, put a heart in the comments. Little heart in the comments. Could you do that for me? That would be really amazing. And if you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have hit the notification bell so you know that I'm live and we can chat again. And if you haven't liked already, what are you doing? Like, honestly, one little like, what does that little like do? Does it do something? Yeah, it does like a little thing to the algorithm. It says, maybe a few other people should be watching this. So Hey, Kunal, I have lots more questions. Okay, Kunal, I do this every Friday. Okay. This is the extent of my free career coaching. I do not take questions in my emails and my messages. They're just too many in terms of volume. It doesn't work out. So if you want, you can schedule a consultation. All the details are on my website. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Paula. I got a heart. Yay. Thank you, guys. Take care of yourself. Thank you wherever you're watching when you spend time. And I shall see you at the same time. Ooh, next Friday. Yes, next Friday, 30th of June. Bye.